Hey, my name is Lukus Simari and I'm a recording artist. So years ago I had a song called Loving You, and it was kind of an Afrofusion song, and it featured some African artists at the time, and this song, it kind of went big in East Africa, and I had a chance to go there and to tour. And then I fell in love with the culture, I fell in love with the people. It was just like such a sense of freedom. You know, I have some really amazing memories of like that particular tour. I remember like being out in an open, like I think it might have been a soccer field where we were just singing, and I just remember like smoke was coming up like in the distance from behind some trees, and you could kind of smell the wood burning, and the bleachers were full of people, and I was just singing. It was just this sense of like, I just had a sense of like being home. That experience had impacted me so much, I had to go back. So I ended up going back again like the next year, and then I went to Uganda and toured, and Uganda felt special too. It just felt like a special place to me. I ended up going back again some years later, and it just wasn't the right timing for me. You know, it didn't really work out the way that I wanted it to work out. So I came home, I was a little bit, I guess depressed a little bit, feeling down about the whole experience. But then, you know, with some things that went on in my life, you know, some relational splits, breakups in friendships, and in like just my circle. You know, my circle all of a sudden kind of like exploded, and it really challenged me. First of all, it challenged my faith, because I was saying to myself, like, God, where are you? Like, you know, you have to start battling through forgiveness. You have to start battling through feeling bitter, feeling like, you know, everything's just kind of like you can easily give up at that point. You can just be like, forget everything. And there was a period of time where I just took a long break from music, and I was just like, I don't want to do music anymore. I don't want to write. There was just nothing in there to write. Even if I would come to the studio and I would, you know, make some music, and I would have an idea, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. There was just no energy. My last record was kind of a therapy record for me. It was kind of like a direct release I did to SoundCloud, and I didn't really promote it a lot. I didn't really put a lot of energy into promoting the songs, because to be honest with you, I was just feeling like it was time to call it quits. After having released so many songs and so many albums, and just kind of feeling like I was burnt out, feeling like I really didn't have anything left to give, I just kind of lost the love for it. I lost the energy for it. I lost the passion that I had once had for it. What I didn't lose was the dreams and the visions that I had had about my music and about sharing my music with people, and specifically with East Africa and just Africa as a whole. I never lost that dream, but I wasn't doing anything in my life musically to push towards that dream. And so I started to like think about the past. I started to think about when I had traveled and toured in Kenya and in Uganda and in parts of East Africa, and I started to remember, you know, the songs that I had released, and I started to think to myself, well, maybe that was it. You know, maybe that was the dream. But really what I was doing is just kind of making an excuse to myself, you know, to kind of let myself off the hook. And I think we do that a lot of times in life, and we can get caught in that cycle where we start to make excuses and kind of substitute our dreams for maybe something that's already happened, and say, well, you know, maybe that was my dream. So truth be told is, it wasn't my dream. My dream still has not come to pass yet, and so I'm still pushing towards that dream. And that's why I'm excited to share with you guys the new music that I have. So this past year, I started to get this second wind. You know, I started to feel like, man, the dreams that I had and the dreams that I still have, they haven't come to pass, and why have I given up on them? And I kind of felt this like nudge in my heart from God, like almost like a father would be like, come on, son, you can do it, like get up, get up, get up. It's not over, it's not over. And I started to kind of feel this momentum building inside of me, and I started going back and writing and producing. One of the guys that works with me here at AAA Multimedia Productions, his name's Eric. He's a great guy, great friend. He's my manager, and he was so inspirational to me, because he came to me with like, man, I believe in you. You got more to give. Get up, man. Do this. Like, man, The music that you have inside of you has to get out. I mean, just somebody that was there to really encourage me. So shouts out to Eric. Without him, I would not have really taken that next step. Sometimes we need those people in our life that can kind of help pick us up and help encourage us. And you don't need a lot of people, but you definitely need people, at least a few people that believe in you and encourage you. And so this whole record, all these songs that I've been making and that I'm so excited to share with you guys has come out of that. It's like I started to feel like, man, I want to like encourage other people. I want to start telling some people who have dreams that are not pushing towards their dreams. I want to start doing for them what was done for me, which I believe God did that for me. And like I said, Eric, stepping up and pushing me, and my family and just other people that were close to me in my circle said, man, yeah, go do it. So important. So as you're even listening to what I'm saying today, get up, do it. Like there's nothing stopping you. You're the only one stopping you. I'm not here to compete with anybody. That's so important for me at this point in my life. I think earlier on in my music career, there was like a sense of competition. There was a sense of like, well, what are they doing? And what is he doing? What is she doing? What are they singing about? Like, so you're kind of in this like sport where you're like trying to compete and maybe one up people. But I think I've matured to a place where I realize the only person that I'm really competing with in this is myself. I feel like music and I feel like art, and in a way is like golf. It's you're competing with your own score. And so for me, it's like, Lukus, I know you can do better. I know there's more for you to give. I know you could write a better song. I know you could write a more meaningful song. I know you could articulate what is in your heart in a better way. So I'm always trying to compete with myself, like to be the best version of who God created me to be. I don't feel like I've attained that, and I've heard other people say this, and I agree. Like, I don't feel like I'll ever attain that. And that's the beauty of it, is that I'm always kind of chasing the better version of myself that is kind of waiting for me in the distance. And so when I was writing these songs, I was writing them like I was almost singing a lot of the lyrics to myself. There's always a delay to the dream that you want. And I think that whenever you want something so bad that you're willing to do anything to get it, you're not ready to get it. And I know for myself that although I don't think I was ready to do anything to get it before, I was definitely compromising a lot of who I was supposed to be to please other people. And I think as you move on in life and as you mature, you kind of get tired of that, and you realize I am who I am, and what I am today is good enough to share, and you become comfortable in sharing that. My hope and my dream with AAA Multimedia Productions, with my partner Eric, with myself, and all those that will come around what we're doing, the many people that will come around what we're doing, is that we can build a community and a family of talented people. We're not just talking singers and songwriters, we're talking actors and actresses, artists. The dream is big, and the dream is impossible. And I love impossible dreams because that means I need God, and I need other people. And what is impossible for me to accomplish, I know God can do it. It's not impossible with Him. And that's really what I want this record to bring to everybody who hears it, that there's nothing impossible with God. If you believe, and you have to not just believe, you have to believe enough to do it. So we're doing it. I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to being on stages all around Africa, in your areas. And when we're there, hopefully I get to connect with you, shake your hand, appreciate you. I'm just honored and I'm humbled that God gave me this gift, and I want to share it with the world. I want to share it with you. So much love, grace and peace.